Hello guys, welcome back to our talk session. So for today, we are going to talk about the iOS 11 with my partner Nurul Izzaty.
Hi Atika, how did you feel today?
I feel good, thank you. How about you, Izzaty?
I'm good as well.
So we are going to talk about the iOS 11, the global talk of the world. So it has been released on the September 19 and has been a global talk of all Apple users, which I'm sure about it. So the iOS 11 has been called as the next generation version of the iOS because it changed all the interface systems throughout the operating system. So the App Store has been quietly revamped in the iOS 11 and also have different sections for apps and also game, which I think is easier for all Apple users. So later, the iOS has developed to several versions, which is 11.1, 11.2 and 11.3. So Izzaty, which iOS application that you use for now?
I'm using iOS 11.3 because right now I'm using iPhone 6 and I think it's more compatible for my iPhone right now.
So yes, because the 11.3 is to stabilize the system back after being sparked by the hurtful feedback from its user. It's quietly off because it is hurtful for all Apple users to change the iOS 11. So now we are going to talk about the advantages and also disadvantages of the iOS 11.
Thank you, Atika. There is more advantages and disadvantages of iOS 11. In your opinion, what do you think there is more advantages or disadvantages for iOS 11?
I think that the iOS 11 has a lot of advantages because it makes our life easier, but also they also have the couple of disadvantages.
So right now we are moved to advantages of iOS 11. So the first one is the improvement in Siri. In my experience, the series sounds more natural and gets smarter with machine learning and artificial intelligence. The next one, I'm using Apple Pay and I found this is very helpful and convenient, and all you need is your fingerprint and your iPhone. And the next one is you can customize your control center such as mobile data, Wi-Fi, and the music as well. So this is the customize is to make the application shortcut quickly access to the feature and tools you use most. The next one is brand new file application. As we can see that working people and students like us are very busy and we don't have time to see and use our laptop. So in this brand new file application, we can save our document, our work in this brand new application. What do you think, Atika? Do you think this is good for us?
I think as a student, I think this is good for us because I can differentiate all my assignments and I put all the files together in one file.
So, thank you. The next one is do not disturb while driving. This application is good actually for busy people, like when they are driving, but at the same time they want see their iPhone. So we move to disadvantages of iOS 11. I can see that there is more negative feedback of iOS 11, and I read through social media, through news, television, and radio. They are complaining that their phone are slow and unstable and their battery drains so fast and they can't even control the music from control panel. And did you know that when we are using our calculator, they did not giving us the correct answer? Did you know, Atika?
Oh, I don't realize about it, Izzaty.
I just found out when I'm using the calculator. So that's all from me, the advantage and disadvantage. So we move to the opinion. So what's your opinion from this topic, Atika?
Okay, so what I've heard about Apple users is most of them agreed upon the flaws of the iOS 11 and seems like the battery life is easily drained, which is very hard because battery life for a phone is everything for us, right?
Yeah.
So there are some new features added into the iOS 11 which also made people convinced to update their new system. But later, I think that users are mostly disappointed and wishing that Apple should cover all the flaws back. So now, I think that iOS 11 have the advantages and also disadvantages in its updated version. But I think this is the one that brings all the people together, especially the loyal Apple users, to sit and talk, also discuss about this.
So yeah, thank you Atika for your opinion. So I am very sad that our talk show will end soon. So my suggestion that Apple should settle this problem as soon as possible, because as we can see that people are giving more negative feedback, and people who love iPhone, they did not buy iPhone 8, 8 Plus or iPhone 8X because of this iOS problem. Thank you Atika, thank you for your time to discuss with me about iOS 11. Well, I think the next talk we should talk about iPhone X and what is the difference between the previous model.
So we will discuss later about the iPhone X, which will be sparks on our radio soon. So bye bye.
Bye.